Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of our program. Here we are together again on the radio. Lauren writes in. Here's what Lauren has to say. Can you open up a topic for discussion regarding men's views on dating women with herpes? Based on the fact that millions have genital herpes, I was curious to see what the possibilities, concerns for someone like myself to ever possibly consider having a serious relationship with a man again. Would be interesting to poll your listeners for the opinions and thoughts. Thank you. It's from Lauren. Why limit it to herpes? There's a wide variety of sexually transmitted diseases out there, some of which are curable. Others are not. I'm wondering which ones you could tolerate being around. Maybe you've done this before yourself. Maybe you've been involved with people with various sexually transmitted diseases and you plunge right in anyway. I mean, some of you do that. I mean, for example, if you knew somebody had herpes, would you have sex with them anyway? If you knew that somebody had syphilis, if you're using a condom, would you be concerned? Gonorrhea, chlamydia, genital warts, and my favorite, HIV, for God's sake. I mean, I'm curious. How far would you go? Now, just for the sake of conversation, let's make this simple. Let's assume that the person in question is a 10, just for control purposes here in the laboratory. Because many of you will start going, well, it depends. If she was fat, I wouldn't put up with it. But if she was thin, I don't know. Maybe hepatitis C would be okay. I don't care. No, forget it. This person is very attractive. Because very attractive people also get sexually transmitted disease. So let's say, like Lauren, you met somebody who is honest about their condition, okay? They tell you they've got something. Maybe they're getting treatment for it. Maybe there is no treatment for it. Maybe in case of herpes, you can't cure it, but you can tame the number of outbreaks you have with medication. And some people do that. Just how far would you go? To me, the top end of the scale, of course, is HIV or AIDS. And the low end of the scale would be... I don't know about herpes, because, herpes is not deadly. It's just painful and annoying. Syphilis, gonorrhea, chlamydia are curable. The earlier the better. So maybe they're at the low end of the scale and herpes is above those. I don't know. Look, I don't know what the food chain would be. But I'm wondering if you found somebody really attractive and they had any number of sexually transmitted diseases, which ones would you just say, I don't care. This person is hot, and I want to get laid. And that's that.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
I just want to say I love you in a heterosexual way. Hey,
my ass is intact, then. Thank you.
You're welcome.
The Tom Leykis Show.
Leykis Show, 1-800-5800-TOM. He's our telephone number. All right. Lauren wanted to know if a man would date her. She's got herpes. She's wondering what her chances are of getting laid, having a relationship, being taken seriously. So many people have herpes. At the very least, you have all the other people who have herpes to choose from. But I think there's more people than that. I honestly do. Anthony on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
What up, Tom?
Not much, Anthony.
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Thank you so much.
Yo, man, listening to you right now, the only reason I wouldn't is if she had AIDS. And you also didn't say we could do anal.
Well, you could, of course.
So, there you go. She'll get laid if she grab her ankles and post up.
You realize, though, you can catch AIDS either way.
I have a condom on.
I understand that. I'm just saying, either way you go with a condom, you could still get it if the condom slipped or leaked or whatever.
Yeah, I got you, but as long as it's not AIDS, everything else?
Anything but AIDS.
Take some pills, get cleaned up, go to the doctor, shot in the ass.
Well, you know, herpes...
it comes and goes.
Right.
Yeah, well...
So, anything up to AIDS, and that's where you draw the line?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything else is open game.
All right.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you, Anthony.
Blow me up.
Here you go. 1-800-5800-TOM. Keon on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Uncle Tom.
How you doing, Keon?
I'm doing great, man. First time getting through, all the time listener.
Love that.
Just want to let you know you are my uncle, and hell no, I would never mess with any girl that had a STD. I don't care if it was just herpes.
Really?
Hell yeah. I mean, because why? I love myself so much. Why would I risk harming myself by doing it to somebody with an STD? Think about that.
What if it was somebody really hot, you know, like, I don't know, Tyra Banks or Selma Hayek or somebody like that?
I'm straight, Tom. I'm straight. I'd rather do it to a fat chick that didn't have anything
Really?
than do it to a supermodel that had everything.
Is that so?
Yes.
All
I learned
right.
a lot from listening to your show, Uncle Tom. I really love you a lot, man.
I'm glad to hear that.
Thanks. I'm glad I got through. I'm a black. Let me just let it be known I'm black, Uncle Tom. And I listen to you every day. I really love you, man. I really, really do.
Well, you can call your Uncle Tom anytime, Keon. Thank you. Appreciate that. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. This is Todd on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Todd.
How are you?
Do you care?
I do care, Tom.
I'm doing great.
Hey, Tom, let's just set the record straight. I'll bang anything. Anytime, anywhere.
Really?
I don't care what they got. They can have AIDS. They can have STD. I strap on two at the same time, and I'm good to go. And I ruin them, Tom.
Oh.
I take it to them like it's nothing.
That's it. You take it to him.
I take it to them. I'm very, very well endowed, Tom. And I hurt these people. I hurt these women.
Yeah, really?
And I will bang anything. I will bang that chick that emailed you. I will bang anyone's mother, anyone's sister, anyone's aunt. I don't care.
Pretty soon you'll probably have everything that we put on the list there.
No, I strap on 2 condoms every time I hum something.
Every time.
Every time. Right now I'm currently doing 3 of my neighbors and my manager at my apartment complex.
Really?
And I have not paid rent in 4 months.
You're obviously proud.
You know, I'm a proud male. I mean, God kicked me down with something large, and I take it to him, Tom.
There you go. He takes it to him. 1-800-5800-TOM. Takes it to him in a wheelbarrow. That's what he does. Danny on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom. Big-time fan. How you doing?
Doing okay.
Hey, you know, the herpes really is no big deal. I think for me, you know, the only way you can really get that is if they're on an outbreak. Of course, you don't know when they're on an outbreak, but everything else, of course, I have to draw a line. But to me, that one, it's like getting a canker sore or cold sore. It just annoys you for a couple of days. No big deal.
Mm-hmm.
That's my opinion.
I
you know,
understand.
she's hot. She's definitely going to get it.
No matter what.
No matter what.
So the limits are, again, what now?
Well, I would only go as far as herpes, just because to me it's just like getting a cold.
Only herpes. No genital warts.
No, well, I don't want genital warts. The herpes is like...
Yeah, but if you had, again, now we're assuming that you also know how to use a condom. That wouldn't matter to you.
Well, of course, if you got a condom, I absolutely got to use a condom.
All right, but if you, let's say you're using a condom, how far would you go?
You know, when it comes to life and death with HIV, I think I definitely wouldn't go with HIV.
All right, HIV off the list, but anything else?
Anything else probably I do, because you can get a shot and cure it right up, with the exception of herpes.
Right. Okay. Danny, thank you.
Thank you. Blow me up, Tom.
Here you go. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Robert on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom. How's it going?
It's going okay, Robert.
Hey, man, I wouldn't touch anything with anything. I mean, I've learned so much by listening to your show. Screw sex ed in high school, middle school, whatever. They should all just listen to you because you tell it like it is, and you just basically let them know what's up.
That's right.
I mean, I wrap it up every time. I'm not trying to catch nothing. I'm not trying to have any kids or none of that. I don't know, man. I mean, I work at a casino. There's this hot cocktail waitress. But she's got some oral herpes going. She asked me out. I said, hell no. She said, why not? I said, honestly? She said, yeah. I said, you got herpes. That was it. End of story.
Wow. All right, Robert. Thank you for that. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Dave on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom, I called you up so many times. It's always good to hear you.
Good.
Hey, for all these idiots out there, I wouldn't have sex with any chick knowing she had any disease. I'm going to tell you something. It's a lot better to go and pay $1,000 for the best-looking hooker than to have sex with some chick that you know has a disease.
But how would you know if a hooker had a disease or not?
Well, you wouldn't know. Right?
So, in other words, you just don't want to know. Because you could be having sex with people with diseases all the time, and they may not know themselves, or they may not be telling you.
I just turned on the conversation. I thought the conversation was knowing this certain...
Well, it is, but that's what I'm saying. But you would go with a hooker. Personally, I think a hooker is more likely in this country. I can't speak for countries where they check hookers out all the time and they're licensed. But in this country, I think a hooker is much more likely to have a disease and not tell you about it. Well, and you'd rather take your chances with a hooker than somebody who tells you, hey, by the way, I've got genital warts.
Well, that maybe or maybe not have it, right? It'd be worth paying $1,000, not necessarily, not getting it for sure, but it'd be worth paying $1,000 to have that hooker, then to for sure be having sex with some chick and getting those warts.
So you'd rather have sex with a hooker who might have AIDS and not be telling you,
well, of course,
than to have sex with some chick who comes clean with you and says, by the way, I've got genital warts, just wrap it.
Well, that's what she says.
Yeah, but the hooker doesn't tell you anything.
Well, of course, the hooker's not going to tell you anything, but, again, the hooker may or may not have it. We're talking about...
So it's all about a matter of denial. You'd rather be in denial about the possibility. What you don't know won't hurt you, and you don't want to know.
Well, I do hookers all the time.
You do?
Yeah, but I do expensive ones. Like I said, they're $1,000 a pop.
Well, a $1,000 hooker doesn't guarantee you a clean bill of health.
No, you're right. You're right. Having sex with anybody really doesn't guarantee a clean bill of health, right?
That's true.
Knowing somebody has something, to me, it's better to pay $1,000.
So you'd rather have sex, again, with somebody who's lying to you about having AIDS than with somebody who tells you the truth about having herpes?
Well, come on. I mean, if somebody has herpes, chances are they got other stuff, too.
That's right? A generalization.
Well, I mean, seriously, get serious, right?
Not necessarily.
Well, of course not necessarily.
For example, they could have had herpes and other things at the time they found out they had herpes, and they could have cured with penicillin or whatever the other things they had.
Well, that's true. No, you're right there. You're right there. Hey, before you take me out with the bong hit, I just want to say I got tickets to your show on October 7th.
Love it.
Out. Looking forward to it.
Love it, Dave. Thanks a lot.
Take me out with the bong hit.
Here you go.
No cost.
Jesse on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom. How are you?
Okay, Jesse.
So I'm listening to these guys, and they're saying, anything but AIDS, get a shot in the ass. But I'm telling you, I've gotten chlamydia from 2 different girls in my life, and I wouldn't sleep with any of them that had anything after the cotton swab.
Really?
Yeah, no way.
Was that painful?
Very painful.
Ow.
The shot in the ass is no big deal. It's the test that hurts.
Wow.
So no way. Forget it. It's not worth it.
But that's because you've already done it.
Yeah.
Did you use a condom?
Nope.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. Bad news.
So you wouldn't even do it with a condom?
Well, the first one was my first experience when I was 15. And it was an older chick, and she didn't tell me. The second experience was a girlfriend of mine who I'd been dating for quite a while. And, you know, she moved away to a different city. We were still hooking up when we were getting together, but she was hooking up with other guys, too, and never told me. So, bad news.
I guess it is. Thank you, Jesse. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. This is Joy on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Oh, my God. These guys are ridiculous. Seriously. Are you there?
Yep, but no, I left the room.
Anyway, seriously, these guys are ridiculous. Anybody can have anything. They got to protect themselves, and if they're stupid enough to go out with somebody who is dirty and nasty and let it be known, then I seriously think that they've got issues.
You think so?
Yeah, I do.
Mm-hmm.
I do. And, hey, I listen to your show all the time. Pretty good. I agree with 95% of everything you say.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah. 95%.
95%?
Yep.
All right. Very good.
But anyways, hey, I just wanted to say these guys are stupid. I mean, $1,000 hooker or you know, somebody who is dirty and let it be known, just keep it in your pants, period. Just keep it in your pants.
Keep it in your pants.
That's right.
Thank you, Joy.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Appreciate the call. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Troy on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Troy.
Well, I had an incident with this chick that I dated in high school, and we ended up hooking back up again, and I ended up sleeping with her. And the next morning, we're laying there, and she says, "Hey, I got something to tell you." I says, "What's that?" And she's kind of looking like she's all upset. She goes, I have herpes. And I said, "What?" I couldn't believe it. I says, "Why didn't you tell me this before?" And, of course, I've been fixed for years, so I wasn't worried about a condom or anything. And she's, you know, I've known her for years and seemed clean and whatnot. Well, it didn't stop me. She was so hot that I said, "Hey, this is cool, whatever," and just kept going for it. Ended up marrying her.
And you would still have sex without a condom?
Well, yeah, she would tell me when she would have, you know, breakouts, whatever, and I've now just got divorced from her last year, but for 4 years, and a year later after the divorce, I'm still clean. But it's something you got to think about, because you can't have sex for like a week when they're having a breakout or whatever, and she's got to take her medication and stuff. So it seriously puts a cramp in everything. I would never do it again, but she was so hot that, I mean, brunette, brown eyes, she's Spanish, just smoking hot. So I didn't let it stand in the way of that.
So when they're really hot, do you have lower standards?
Well, yeah. Yeah, I think that was the key. If she had been maybe like a 6 or a 7, I wouldn't have done it. But she's a Seattle 9.
Wow.
So, yeah, I didn't let it stop me. But would I do it again? No, I wouldn't do it again. But I think the thing that really kind of got me the first time, though, was just she didn't tell me till the next day.
Well, she probably wanted to get laid.
Well, yeah, I think that was the key right there. She was looking for it, so you know. But and if you do have one, you got to be up front with the person that you're going to be with, so that so they can make that decision themselves. You know, don't keep it from them. I think that's really important.
All right, Troy. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate the call. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. This is Reese on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Tom, buddy, what's going on?
Not much, Reese.
Hey, these guys are disgusting, dude. Seriously.
How so?
Here's my question for you. Are you going to go test drive a car with a flat tire?
Probably not.
Not at all, right?
Probably not.
Why would you get in bed with somebody that's got something that's going to make it sting?
Well, you know, you could say that you could drive a car with a seatbelt or without a seatbelt, Certainly, if you had sex with a condom, it would be different from having sex without a condom, right?
Yeah, but I'm not going to take my chances like that.
So even with a condom, you wouldn't take a chance?
Not at all.
Even knowing that most of the time people don't even discuss this before they have sex.
Well,
and you don't know who you've had sex with or what they have.
Right, that's true. But if she tells you, I mean, how many millions of girls are there out there?
I haven't checked.
I mean, there's enough hot girls that if you miss one of them, no big deal. You're on to the next.
All right, Reese. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate the call. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Justin on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
How's it doing, Tom?
Hi, Justin.
Hey, I'm a new listener. Love your show, bro.
Thank you.
I love it. Hey, just to comment on that, she could be a perfect 10, blonde hair, blue eyes, smoking hot, laying on the bed naked with her legs open. There wouldn't be no way whatsoever get down with
no way.
No way whatsoever.
But if she didn't tell you, you wouldn't ask either, would you?
I'd ask up front.
Do you always ask up front?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Always?
Always. Every time.
So you're at a bar, you meet a chick, she's smoking hot, you're drinking, she's drinking. Finally, she says, let's go back to your place. You say, well, wait a minute.
No,
I want to see your test results.
Check this out. Well, yeah, it wouldn't come to it like that, but, right before, just check it out, ask her if there's anything going on. If there is, park it. There's so many fish out there to go and, screw yourself for the rest of your life, It's not worth it. I agree with the last caller.
All right. Justin, thank you for the call.
Tom Leykis.
Come on.
1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
What do you discuss when you want to bang a chick?
As little as possible.
The Tom Leykis Show.
From Los Angeles, the Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. It's a week from tomorrow, Boys Night Out. The world tour of Boys Night Out comes to Seattle's legendary Paramount Theater for one night only. That's next Friday, September 30th at 8:30 p.m. I'm your MC for this show. Bobby Slayton's our headliner. 3 over-the-top comedians, all of us, 3 comedians plus myself, will be saying outrageous things we could never get away with on the air. And it's for guys only. No chicks, no wives, no girlfriends, no nothing. So, boys, if you would like to see this show, it's going to be one night only, and it celebrates our 11th year on the air on 100.7 The Buzz in Seattle. All you have to do is call this telephone number right now, and we've been telling you to buy your tickets while you can, and time is running out, guys. 206-529-4051. 206-529-4051. You can go to Ticketmaster.com, and also you can go to BlowMeUpTom.com anytime you like for information about Boys Night Out. But if you want to see it in Seattle, you got 8 days left, boys, and then we're going to be there on that stage. Hopefully you're going to be there with the other 2,000 or so guys. 206-529-4051 is the number, or go to Ticketmaster.com. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. This is Tony on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
What's going on? How you doing?
Doing okay, Tony.
Hey, you know what? A perfect 10 I will take. Gabrielle Union, give me somebody fine, and I'll wrap it up and jump right on them.
So you don't care what they have?
Well, not if I'm wrapped up real tight, I don't mind, man. And she's got to be a 10. Nothing less than a 10, though. A 9, I'll throw her away. A 8, I'll throw her away. Give me a 10, Gabrielle Union, I'm all in it.
Really?
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
You would definitely do a 10.
Absolutely. I've been burned about. Well, she's got to be still fat, though. She can't be skinny and looking bad. If she looks good, she just got AIDS. I'm in it, baby. Give me a couple Magnums, and I'm going to work.
Hang on a second here. Tony, what do you think about... We got Tony on the other line here. What do you think about that, Tony?
Yeah.
Well, Tom, is it this Tony?
This is Tony.
Okay, because the other guy... Okay. Well, I just was just trying to spot out a pattern there on, how do I say this? How many people, what kind of group would certain people belong to that would actually go all the way?
Yeah.
I mean, it ain't...
The other Tony just said that he would have sex with a 10 who has AIDS.
That's right. If she's fine and still fat.
10, 9,
when I say fat, a big
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't do it.
Not a 9, not an 8, but give me a 10, a Gabrielle.
Only a 10, he says.
Only
a 10 he'll do.
Okay, so in other words, for a hot chick, you'd compromise the rest of your life. But for not so hot, why don't you just do a healthy 9?
Hey, the way I see it, you take a risk every time you jump in it anyway. Give me a couple Magnums, and we're going to work, baby. Going to work.
You would say that.
Give me a couple Magnums, we're going to work. Every time you jump in, you're taking a risk as it is. You might as well get a 10 and live with it and enjoy
You know what?
it.
I get pretty hammered sometimes, and I get really horny when I'm hammered, but in the back of my head, I'm saying that buzz is going to be over in a couple hours, and it ain't worth it.
Well, that's
I don't know
probably
if you're trying to catch my drift.
You haven't got a good lay yet, young fella. Obviously, that's your problem. You know, you're not putting the pipe down right, because if you're putting it down right and you got Gabrielle Union there laying there in the bed with you, you're going to hit it, and you're going to have a good time with it.
I got a 10 once, and we effed about 12 times in one day. If that's not getting it right, I don't know.
12 times 7 minutes each? Come on now. I'm not talking about like that. I'm talking about really getting it down.
That's why most of you are infected. The Tom Leykis Show.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah, Tony.
Hey, man, I'm 100% boo. Black brothers are listening to you. You got game. I like your show a lot.
Thank you. Appreciate that call.
All right, now. Take care.
All right, you too. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. This is Craig on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Tom. How you doing?
Okay, Craig.
Good. Hey, I got to go with the guy who you spoke with earlier about the herpes.
Yeah.
Just about the whole population's got it and they don't know it. So, I mean, it's the most common thing out there. But the one thing I'm not hearing is this whole hepatitis B. You can get that a lot easier than AIDS. And that sticks with you, and you can't get rid of it.
Well, maybe a liver transplant or something.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. But, no, the one thing, I'm just looking out for all the brothers out there is, AIDS, once the infected, like the infected blood is exposed to air for like minutes, it's dead. But Hep B sticks around for like 6 months.
Oh.
That's the gift that keeps on giving, right?
All right, so how far would you go?
I think, unless I was just flat out trashed, I'm gonna stop with the herpes. And I've always asked unless I've been a little too drunk, but the herpes is about as far because you know what? Chances are, I got a long time ago before I ever knew about it.
Is that so?
So yeah, well, it's common. It's too common. Like 2/3 of the population has it, but many of them don't know it. So it's so common out there.
Craig, thank you. Scott on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello. Scott?
Are you there?
No, I left the room.
Okay. Well, I got a story for you. Met up with a girl that I've known for years, hadn't seen her in about 20. She is hot. Real hot. We're talking at least an LA 9, but she's up in Seattle. And got busy with her. The day after, she told me she had the herpes.
The day after she told you, you got busy with her?
Yep.
All right.
That was it. I don't care how hot she is.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. It's not worth the risk.
All right, hang on, because we have somebody who disagrees with you. David, tell Scott what you were going to tell me.
Tom, I do not disagree with that, though. Because if the girl has herpes, who doesn't have herpes? Just about everybody has herpes. Why not hit it if she's hot looking?
I don't agree at all.
Tell him why.
I respect my body too much.
Yeah, but who doesn't have herpes? How do you know you ain't got it?
Well, so far I don't.
That stuff lays dormant in you for years and years.
Well, it's been over 4.
You probably got it and don't even know it, buddy.
Well, I'm not itching. I'm not breaking out.
It don't matter. Either am I. But my ex-girlfriend swears up and down she has it. Well, but guess what? I don't got it. I mean, I don't think I got it, but she swears up and down I do, and I've had symptoms, but I haven't had any symptoms for like 2 years, and I've been broken up with her for 2 years. Well,
I've
the
never
only
had
time I got any symptoms is when I was with her, and this chick was hot.
My own
She was so hot I had to break up with her because every other guy wanted her. So I said, this is just too damn much trouble. Every other guy can have her. That's probably why she's got the disease in the first place. But I gave her, I gave her something else. I gave her genital warts. So
you gave her what?
Genital warts.
Oh, you gave her genital warts.
Have that crap. Everybody's got it.
Everybody's got genital warts, sure. And
Well,
herpes. Everybody's got herpes.
A lot of people got that.
Sure. Chlamydia. Everybody's got that.
I got chlamydia.
I dated a girl named Chlamydia.
It's like a pair of Levi's.
Really?
So, Tom, I got a question.
Yes.
How about you?
What about me?
What would you do?
What would I do? Well,
I mean, where do you draw the line?
Well, put it this way. I use a condom.
Good.
And because people will tell you whatever they want to tell you.
Okay.
So I think knowing and not knowing doesn't really make much difference.
Okay, let's say you know and she's hot. She's got herpes. You've got 2 condoms. What do you do?
Here's the deal. The ones that I would definitely not are HIV/AIDS or any form of hepatitis.
That's exactly right.
Those are the 2.
Anything else fair game?
As long as I'm carefully wrapping it, that's honestly, believe me, people I think probably could have worse than that. You wouldn't even know it. The Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. Let's say hello here to Lindsay on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello, Lindsay. Lindsay is gone. Let's say hi to Darren on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello. Wait a second. Press a couple of buttons here. That'll make it work. Hello.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Darren.
How's it going?
Great.
Right on. I got a little bit different. I met this girl when I was 22, and she gave me herpes. And I'm 39 now. Ever since then, all these women I've been with, I've told them that I've had it, and they have no problem having sex with me.
Really?
Really.
Wow. Can you only imagine what they have?
Yeah. That's a good point. But, I mean, like everybody's been saying, a lot of people have it, and all the women I've talked to about it, they have no problem with it.
Really?
Really?
Oh, boy. Okay.
That's just my point on the subject. But
now, so you've never... Wait, before I let you go, you've never, ever run into a woman who said no as a result of knowing this?
Never.
Let me ask Lindsay this question. Hang on a second. Lindsay, Darren said all the years he's had herpes, not one woman has ever turned him down, even when they knew he had herpes.
Those are some pretty screwed up women. That is horrible. Those women have no class.
Well, you got to see, you don't have a really good chance of catching it unless you have a breakout.
It's the point in taking that chance, though. There's always that chance. I mean, I work in the healthcare environment, and I see women all the time who've got it. Men. My sister, who's only 16, first man she's ever been with, and I don't even know the name for it. It's very rare, and it's in her cells, and now she has it for the rest of her life.
On that note, we thank you both, Darren and Lindsay, for the calls. Boys Night Out, 1 week from tomorrow at the Paramount Theater in Seattle. Call this number right now, 206-529-4051.
The Tom Leykis Show.